Okay, we have a lighthouse to the right, and then we have a church to the left. And this particular one, we're going to go into the church. The church is actually older. It dates back to 15 or 1600s, I believe. The lighthouse is maybe 1800s. And you got all these cannons as well. So we're gonna focus on the church, but we're also gonna give the whole context of everything as well. So yeah, this canyon, previously where these tree line ends would have been where the mountain ends, and all that's reclaimed land. Looks like the other bridge is being built as well. They're building a fourth bridge. So anyways, we are going to take a look at that church right there. So stay tuned. Hey, check out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Okay, so let's take a look at that church, and we'll give you a little bit of a view of everything that's out here before and after we go in. But you can see some of the scenery. That's where they would hang the typhoon signals. They would put typhoon signals so that people know what the signal is if it's 8, 9, 3, 1. Okay, so we're gonna go on in, and I probably won't be speaking, so video is okay? No? Okay. So no video. So I guess I'll just, no pictures are allowed either, because it does go back down to the original date. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the camera off. I just walk in. But yeah, that's a very old church. I think it's one of the first churches. Amazing views. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and I'll just talk about it when I come back. Okay, so no cameras are allowed, but I did see Jesus, Mary, little angels, writings on the wall, and I think they date back, and I think I saw a gravestone, and I think it said 1687, I think, but I think that would be dated later. So I think originally it would have been 1500s. I think it's one of the first churches in Macau, if I remember right. So anyways, let's just take a look around here, and I guess we're gonna focus more on the lighthouse view tops, what all we can see, and then we got the cannons over there. The cannons would protect the city, so historically, from other Europeans, the Dutch in particular. The Dutch tried to invade in the past. I was reading a book about the Portuguese and the way they would kind of come into places. They would basically build their little, it's really nice right there, that right there. They would build their castle. And of course other Europeans, if they could get it, they could move in themselves, right? So gonna walk up. Let's see what we can see here. And we got it's got some nice views of the bridges as well, including this is the newest bridge it's not quite complete yet. You can see some gaps in it, but that's going to connect this little, they created a man-made land over here that goes to Hong Kong, and there's a bridge that goes to that, and there's another bridge now that's going to go to the airport. And then you got a little lookout here. Let's just kind of take a look. So here they could safely view, and all this green right here, all the trees would have been where the end of the island used to be, and where all the buildings are at, that would have been ocean previously. But this over here would have been part of Macau. But the cannonballs would be able to go over these hills, over the trees. Okay, let's head on out of here. Okay. So pretty cool little spot. There's a lighthouse up there. Okay. So we're gonna head on down. And then these right here are all the typhoons. So these would be, if there's a signal 1, they would put out this T-shaped one and all the way down. So they have different categories and they put it in the wind. And then back before TV, radio, that would be something that everybody could look at and they would know right away what category typhoon it is from most places in the city anyways. These trails go down, further down. And yeah, you got a fortress up here as well. And actually you can see in the fortress there's a ton of little holes, so I guess you could protect the fortress through those holes. And I think if we walked this way we can go around, and there's some nice views over on this side as well. So this is actually the fortress, Guia Lighthouse and Guia Fortress, and there's a church. I thought I could bring the camera into the church. Actually, it's kind of interesting. I can tell that the drawings there were quite old, so they don't want any cameras at all because flashes and such might deteriorate. Okay. And then this one goes up to the lighthouse right there. You can see it from this angle of the fortress. It's a nice view. And I was just up in that little spot right there a moment ago. Then this angle right here, this is like a photogenic spot because of the casino in the background. Okay. Kind of cool. So what we're gonna do next is we're just gonna meander down and try to capture some of these views. We're gonna go down Rampa da Guia, but we're starting at the lighthouse. And actually there's some sign in English here too. So here we go. So built in 1622 to 1638. So this fortress with Mont Fortress. So this is Guia Fortress and Mont Fortress near Sao Paulo ruins. So they protected the city against the Dutch, 1622. Inside the fortress was Guia Chapel, so we saw that. That was built in 1622, okay. And then we had that gravestone that you didn't see, that was 1687, I believe. Guia Lighthouse, 1865, so 240 years later. The first lighthouse on the China's coast, still in operation today. Okay, so Guia Hill, guidance, frescoes. The chapel did have all these little frescoes, which is like light colored paintings. Western and Chinese themes. I did see lions. I saw like a couple images of Chinese, usually animal, like I think maybe a dragon. They're definitely a lion. Mythological, religious. Okay. So let's head on down. That's the entrance right there. So you can see the anchor. So we're gonna walk down this way. And now we're on Guia de Rampa, I believe. And I think I'll label it accordingly. I'll just call it Guia, Rampa da Guia. Give it a street. Then yeah, these little trails, you can keep on hiking down these little trails and they'll go all the way around in a circle. But we're gonna actually be going down this way. And now we're on Rampa da Guia. So that rampa, we got two ramps here. We got both sides. Rampa da Guia. And then yeah, this one could go all the way around. So if we wanted to, we could go all the way around like that. But that would be not Rampa da Guia. That would be a different street, different name street. Kind of cool. You can see the images of the people up at the top as well. Okay, so we're gonna head all the way down, and that's more of our street sign right there. Rampa da Guia. Guia is like guide. These kind of tell you where the tourist spots are at, generally. Guia Lighthouse, Children's Park. This is one thing that's nice about Macau, is you do have a lot of greenery everywhere. So this greenery kind of adds to the oxygen to the city, right? Because Macau is basically a peninsula and traditionally a couple islands. Several islands. There used to be Koloan Island type of island, small type of island, big type of island, call it type of pequeño, type of grande, Green Island. So basically all these islands, they kind of add elevation so you can get up in the hills a little bit like we are right now. And our Rampa da Guia is going to end right here, but now you can still see all the views, right? So it's nice. In Macau you can enjoy hilltop views. So that's Rampa da Guia. And then now we're going to go down a different street. So this street is actually one that cars can go on. And now there's also where all the runners and the joggers and exercise equipment is at. So this one has a lot of community value to everyone to get some nice air and oxygen. Okay. Then you can continue to see all of that to the left. And then if I walk all the way down, I go right into the city. So if you're going downhill, it's not too bad. If you're going uphill, not so much fun. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll just keep the camera on just a little tiny bit. And you might be curious where this goes out to. Basically, it's not too far from it's at Royal Hotel. I think it's there's a famous explorer, Vasco da Gama. So I think there's a park named after him. It's just to the right, just a tiny little bit. But we're not going to do those in this particular video. And this also goes out to the, there's a Muslim cemetery. That one straight ahead, the Parsis is also, I think maybe it's Parsi cemetery. But they're basically a lot of history here with Macau and India. And I think the Parsis were basically from Mumbai. I think there were Persians that were kind of Persian Indian, I think. Something like that. I always see Parsis, but I've always been a little bit vague what that is exactly. United Nations University, right here. Nice. Guia Hill, Guia Hotel right there. And we're just going to come out to the racetrack is right here too, by the way. So when they have the Grand Prix, they race on this track right here. So, okay. And we're gonna end our video right here, so that you can see the view from here. So, hope you liked it. We're gonna end our video. So yeah, we're coming right into the city now. And so we're right in the middle of it all. Alright. Let's end it there. Hey, checking out Macau 2023. Check out some more streets. Toma cuidado la